Testing. Hello. Okay, so hopefully this works. So recently, as some people might know, I recently got accepted into art college. Yes, I've decided to make the jump and to go into debt and to see where college would take me. I also just miss schooling, even though I didn't really like high school that much. I kind of miss going into a classroom with other peers, and especially other peers that kind of want to strive for the same things I'm going through. But I kind of also wanted to map a couple things, and I think this is the perfect topic to kind of insert into my art channel. Recently, I had talks with my advisor, who was getting ready for me to transfer into the college. And she actually made me an offer that I could not refuse. She said, before I submit my portfolio to the college in order for extra money, I'm actually able to send her my portfolio and she will actually give me her thoughts. And we're actually going to read them over right now. This is what she specifically said, and honestly, it made me blush a little bit because I'm actually quite happy with what she said. She said, "Firstly, your work is professionally presented. All character drawings have a background. The works are final pieces, not sketches." That's a dub. We take those. Secondly, your technical skill is apparent. You showcase a good understanding of anatomy, drapery, and dynamic posture. Your line work is clean, and use of lighting is well developed. That's solid. I'm honestly really surprised with the lighting. I feel like my lighting is usually ass. And overall, this is a strong body of work to submit as your portfolio. Thank you again for sharing your work, and let me know if you have questions. So honestly, short and sweet, pretty solid outcome. But I decided that, you know what, let's actually go over my portfolio and just do like quick summaries of what I think, or the reasons why I put them in here, and also why I think they're pretty good. So I guess we're just gonna do that. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Oh, welcome to my home abode, my home screen, with the toxic client over here. Plus there's zombies, that's pretty dope, and also just a bunch of Tetris. Oh, peak, and if you disagree with me, you're objectively wrong. But we're here for my portfolio, which you're gonna look at my files. Hey guys, so these are the 10 things that I'm actually submitting to my portfolio. These are the 10 pieces that I'm sending. I have up to 10 to 20 pieces. I only really submitted 10 because I feel like quantity over quality over everything else. So we're gonna go by one and kind of like how I think they scale. Honestly, I would say these two are the worst ones, and the rest are what I would consider quality pieces. Even though these two aren't bad, they show more of my personality than anything. So we're gonna start with this actually. Here's my character that I created. I'm going to keep these short and sweet. Character creation, I'm going in for a Bachelor's of Fine Arts with a focus on character design or concept design, and I feel like it just makes a lot of sense to show a concept art that I actually made for a specific IP. Now, this is for Overwatch, but they don't know that, I don't think. I don't really want to tell them that because everything's supposed to be original, which is all this is technically an original idea. I just did use a couple of lore stuff to kind of fuse it into it, but overall, the rest of it is my complete thought, and this is just a rendered out version because I wanted to show them that I could actually render something out rather than just use normal sketches. So that makes a lot of sense to me. This piece is honestly one of my favorite pieces, though I think it's actually the worst of the best because I feel like it's still awkward in proportions to her head and the torso is a little off. But I really enjoy this because it's just like, it's the start of this specific style that I've grown to really like. I just like it. It just seems textured. The line work seems nice and clean. This is just like the start of when I have this massive improvement these past couple of months. This is different. I really like this one because I changed the way I want to show a lot of variety. So essentially, instead of coloring like this, which is how I would usually color, I actually try to do something a lot more flat intentionally while shading with something else like screen tones. I wanted to create a flatter image that, even though it's flat, it still looks nice and dynamic, hence the posing and hence the reason why you're at this lower angle looking up towards a character. But I feel like I want to see if the posing could make up for such flat coloring, and I feel like it has an aesthetic that I enjoy personally. This is actually one of my favorite pieces. I think the dynamic that I'm proposing is awesome, but my favorite part is the color. I love the blue, yellow, and purple color scheme with the chroma. This was just like super cool. I did like an RGB chroma. You can kind of see the haziness of it all, and I just think everything pops so well. I'm like super fond of this drawing. I show this drawing consistently whenever I want to mention about something like something that I would consider good work. I would say this is one what I would consider like good. This is like solid. I like this one a lot. This one was definitely more to focus on my line work. I wanted a piece that would specifically show my line work and how I've improved it. I've worked really hard on my line work this past couple of months, and also just this year in general. Posing is one thing I worked on a lot, but I really wanted to nail line work that is on quality, like manga professional quality level. So I really wanted to show off. Weirdly enough, I didn't use a pencil pen, which I usually do for like super important pieces. I actually use a G pen for this one, just like a regular G pen. So I'm surprised this turned out pretty nice. But I'm super glad I did. I also just really like this text box. I just think it's super cool. Okay, so I've actually grown to dislike this piece a little bit more since I think there's a lot of issues here, like her hair, and I think the color scheme doesn't really go very well, and I also think the shirt doesn't really layer on lighting very well. But I still put it in because I just think the posing is really nice, and I think I did a good job with the posing, a good enough job where it warranted its own spot. So even though I think this piece is better than this piece, because of like it's just better proportioned and everything, I still prefer. I think this piece is in general a more appealing piece than this one is. I just needed a man. I just needed to draw a man. This entire portfolio is women. I just needed a man. I didn't even draw the face. I just need. Moving on. I think it looks good. And this piece. This is my latest piece. And I am so happy with it. This is the piece that I finished today, actually. It's still the 20th. And I am so happy with this piece. I think it just looks so cool. It's so powerful. It shows the impact really well. I think it carries the weight very solidly. And I think the coloring and the lighting is super solid, especially for like a super red heavy. I'm very happy with how much red that I was able to show and how different the values can still be, even though I'm using the same exact color. I'm very happy with myself there. I think this is definitely my best piece I've ever made so far. And I'm so glad I was able to knock this out for my portfolio. I'm incredibly happy with this because I was debating if I should just submit the portfolio now or if I should wait for something to kick in, and I'm glad this kicked in just in time. And yeah, that's all of my posts, really. That's about all I have to tell you. I just wanted to show you guys my portfolio. I just feel like, one, it's good to let out there if anyone wants to compare their portfolio to mine. There weren't really guidelines for the portfolio. It just said submit. Oh, I forgot this one. This one's just like my profile picture. I think it's just really, I think the lighting and the colors are just really nice and soft, and I felt like I could slap it on them. It was really solid. But yeah, I just feel like someone could compare their portfolio to this portfolio. But at the same time, I thought it was just like, I just wanted to share, and it was like a good art journey update. So yeah, there you go. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy. If you do, like, subscribe, all that stuff. But besides that, goodbye.